Okay, so this video I made because I want to complete my final project that have been done by myself because it's solo task, solo final project, and the project is monologue debates. It means that I being a government team and also I give statement from the outside team. The duration for each team is 5 minutes, government team 5 minutes, and the outside team 5 minutes. The motion is how Indonesian police legacy with marijuana problem. Before that, my name is Ahmad Riky, 2057 as a speaker from the government team and also speaker for the upside team. Marijuana is a narcotic that can be used to medical purposes. According to United Nations Office of Drugs and Crime 2017, marijuana or cannabis is one of the most frequently used psychoactive substance after alcohol. Globally, research conducted in 2017 by UNODC, cannabis was used by 25% of record abusers from the UNODC in 2017, reporting from Riky et al. On 2021, marijuana is currently completely legal and available for medical purposes and recreational use in two member countries of the United Nations. The two of country is Canada and also Uruguay. Apart from that, in 18 American states, marijuana is legal. 37 other states legalize it for medical purposes. But so if the marijuana can be legalized by the Indonesian government team, it would be good. But you have to control it and also monitoring how the ganja use or the. I think it can be you like you want to buy a medicine in the apotheke. You have to bring the doctor doses or doctor notes for taking a medicine in the apotheke. Even though several countries allow the use of marijuana for medical purposes to improve the quality of person's health, the Commission on Narcotic Drugs or CND gives authority to each country to regulate the use of marijuana for their country. The National Narcotic Agency, through public relations, and the Deputy for Law and Cooperation, stated that the Indonesian government continues to refuse to legalize marijuana for both medical and recreational purposes. The firm stance taken by BNN's leading sector handling the drug problem in Indonesia states that the situation and condition of abuse and illicit trafficking of narcotics, especially marijuana, are very high in Indonesia. Then the attempt to legalize marijuana is an unlawful act that can be subject to sanctions in accordance with the Narcotics Law Number 35 of 2009 by PNN Public Relations on 221. It's not impossible to legalize the marijuana in Indonesia because, for example, the drink or maybe wine, it can be sold in Indonesia, but with seriously monitoring, or the seller have to pay to the country to sell wine. For example, they have to choose what they seller. For example, like if the kids that come and want to buy the wine, the seller has to be refuse the money and also prohibited to sell to the children. If the government team brave to legalize marijuana, I think it's be improve the quality of hospitality and also healthy by the country. Okay, also that the last statement from me as a government team. And now I will tell you about the side from the side team that refused the legalization of marijuana in Indonesia. The opposite team, the issue of marijuana is not new in Indonesia, starting with the policy of several countries in the world, which allow the use of marijuana for medical purposes, as well as marijuana for recreational use within restrictions strictly regulated by the laws in this country, or you can call Indonesia. The issue is starting since 2010, which developed from demands by some of people that want to marijuana legalized in Indonesia. It would be dangerous to legalize marijuana in Indonesia. The fact is, Indonesia has laws because Indonesia has laws and regulations regarding narcotics, namely Law Number 35 of 209 concerning narcotic, which is a revision of Law Number 22 of 997 concerning narcotics. Apart from narcotics, the law also regulates narcotics precursors, which are substances or starting materials or chemicals used in making narcotics. The research have been done by the several people, and they developing opinion regarding the issue of legalizing marijuana, which was triggered by a proposed judicial review by a group of people regarding Article 6 paragraph of this law, namely narcotic as intended in Article 5 are classified into category of narcotics, class, and also the category 3 of narcotics. The other reason that Indonesia shouldn't legalize marijuana is that in Indonesia, marijuana is included in class 1 narcotics because it has a high dependency potential. The regulation of class 1 narcotic is contained in Article 8 of the law, namely that it is prohibited to be used for health service purposes and in limited quantities can be used for the purpose of developing science and technology by the ASMRO on 2021. So if Indonesia finally legalize marijuana, it will be bad for Indonesian people because right now children have been doing something dangerous, and I think the kids right now is can freely buy anything without the parents monitor. If marijuana is legalized, I think it will be bad. The other reason is people can be use marijuana in some place that I think it would be like in America, that they have been legalized marijuana and the people was doing marijuana and sleep in the side of the way, like for example the side of the road. Even though the other countries has been legalized marijuana, but Indonesia have a lot of law that prohibited the narcotics feeling in that narcotics can be free sale in Indonesia. After some of the discussion, because this problem or the legalizing marijuana in Indonesia since 2010 until right now, the Indonesian government still refused to legalize marijuana because it can potentially destroy the child and also destroy the Indonesian people. Even though for medical purposes, Indonesia still refuse because the Indonesian government say that the marijuana is the class 1 in narcotics. The other reason because Indonesia is a religion country in the and Islamic people has a lot Muslim in Indonesia, so they still refuse to legalize the marijuana, even though it used to medical purposes or anything purposes, but Indonesia still refuse the legalizing marijuana, even though the some of group people that force the government to legalizing the marijuana. I think that's all from me. And the conclusion for this debate is I think that the government team shouldn't be to legalize marijuana because Indonesian people still dumb and they can divide it what's wrong and what is good, and they still not follow the rules and any other things. I think that's all from me as the government and also an outside team, and I want to apologize to you if I have the wrong data, but I think the data that I have is completely right and from the best searches. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.